Blah, blah, blah. Hello everyone, welcome to The Hive. This is your weekly dose of Hive News. I'm Zara and this is my friend Carolyn. Hi! Alright. So, Carolyn, how have you been today?
I have been fabulous.
That's awesome. Well, let's start this for you. This is a podcast that me and my friend Carolyn have started, and we just thought, why not do it?
Something for the school. Communicate with the school in a way.
See how we can get communication flowing within kids, teachers.
This is supposed to inspire other kids to come out and talk. It's also supposed to make it where they can come up to people and start talking about things that are normally happening.
And we do like to get across the point that we did this not for our entertainment, but for the school. Like, that was a thing that was in our minds when we came up with this idea, was the school. Because it all started with the school newsletter. And it ended up here. So, how about some stories, shall we? Some school stories. Carolyn, how was your first time coming to Medora?
It was an eye-opener in a way, I guess you could say.
Care to explain how?
At my old school, I got judged a lot for what I wore, what I did, who I was. And this school's different. It doesn't judge you based on your looks or anything like that. So I'm very grateful to come here more than Salem.
Well, it's nice to have you come here. So you did state that the school was a big eye-opener for you because they don't judge you that much.
Mm-hmm. What's your experience with Medora?
Well, I've been here ever since I was a kindergartner. Went ups and downs. Left a few years, came back half the year toward the last trimester. I did that until I was like a junior. Mm. But overall, when I was a kindergartner and throughout my about 9th grade year, I really honestly didn't know what to think of the school. When I was a kid, I enjoyed it. We had teachers that actually taught. Lately, we've been getting more teachers who've been doing that and willing to help students if they ever need it, which I greatly appreciate in hand. But I still think, ever since I was a kid, there was such a lack of uncommunication within the school. I feel like that should be a lot more brighter within feelings. But the school and I have had our ups and downs. I remember a really good teacher that was one of my favorites, and her name was Miss Sidwell. She left when I was about 4th or 5th grade, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know where she went. On rare occasions, I'll ever see her. One time I saw her at McDonald's and she was praying, trying to eat McDonald's food. I love Miss Sidwell with all my heart. She was awesome. Mrs. Smith was another one I loved. She was my 3rd grade teacher. And Miss Smith was just awesome. Miss Deaton was my 2nd grade. Also loved her. I had a lot of the teachers when I was younger I loved, instead of like a bunch of the high schooler teachers I like now. But some of the high school teachers I like now would have to include Riley, Narrett, Lanier, and Sennett. Because our teacher, Mr. Sennett, loves to communicate. He loves just helping kids in general, and I have seen that throughout the time I've been here of just even meeting him. And the first time I met him didn't really go well. I came in here and I was like, Sennett, take a Reese cup. I made homemade Reese cups that day and I would go, Sennett, Reese cup, take it.
Do you honestly think that we could change communication with just what we're doing?
I honestly hope we can. And I really just want the school to actually have full communication. Like, what do you think about the communication here at school?
I think we could do a lot more with it because we are a generation that is changing. So I do believe if we start now, we could change how we are in the future.
I do hope the same thing.
So what's your perspective on life? Like, just generally how you live?
The main perspective on life in general,
Mm-hmm.
I would say just try being best you can. A lot of people say kindness is the key. I go by that saying. Every time I feel like I can help someone, I try. And I just feel like kindness is everything.
What is your thoughts on the news lately?
The news?
Yeah, just what's going on with the world.
Okay, I really did find it sad that Betty White died. She was an icon, mainly for me. I loved her just because of Snow White. That was a big reason I loved her. I also watched Golden Girls kind of growing up, so I feel kind of old even saying that. I'm only 18. What are your views on life as it is right now, actually, Carolyn?
I would say the fact that, like you said, Betty White had died. She was one of the people my grandmother loved and cared for. So that's like a part of my grandmother right there. That's what it feels like. So I really do think people should take kindness into consideration. I also think one of the quotes that my dad always used to say is, if it's worth fighting for, then you should probably do it.
I really think that's important. Alright, so we did bring up the fact that you and me want to make a Big Sister Big Brother program due to the kids who are being bullied here.
Yes. It shouldn't just be about one person, like little kids. It should be about little kids being able to come to older kids if they're afraid to talk to their teachers. So I think it's a really great idea.
I really do think that is a really awesome idea as well. Getting kids to like talk to older people, getting them to be able to communicate better, along also side them having someone to look up to.
Yes.
Who's been through the stuff that they're either going through.
Yes, that is actually a generous idea.
And when we were younger, there used to be a Big Sister Big Brother program here, actually.
Oh my
and
goodness.
I was a part of that.
Wow.
So I always wanted to bring it back ever since my big sister, I found out, went to war.
Aww.
And I haven't seen her since then, but luckily I know that she's still alive.
Like, doing this Big Brother, Big Sister thing, we also have to do communication, because it's hard to do communication.
It very much is.
Because we're all, like, stuck in this bubble of afraid to talk to people. But if we're able to talk to people, we could get things to happen. Like the courtyard, we're getting that to happen by talking to teachers and everybody else, too.
I also do want to bring up the fact that we students as well ain't only just going to include the little kids. I feel like we should also include the middle schoolers.
Mm-hmm. Everybody should be joined into this. It's not just one or two groups.
It has to be everyone in the school, and so they can find some way to communicate and talk to if they're having problems and other subjects like that.
Go outside your bubble. Don't stay in this box. It's not something you should stay into.
Since a lot of people these days are shy to talk, as you said, they're scared because they're afraid that they're going to get bullied for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big problem. This school, for the longest time, as far as I knew it, had a little problem bullying. But with this Big Brother, Big Sister program, I feel like that we can get kids to stop bullying, talk about their problems, and have them understand that they're going through everything that every other person could be going through. They will have people to be there for them, sympathize them, and assure them
that they're okay.
That they are fine, and if you ever need help, that we're there.
Yeah, I love that idea. That sounds amazing.
And I feel like if the student council isn't going to take it over, you and me should, since it's going to be a big idea.
Also, this is also made for teachers, too. It does, just come talk to somebody. We should be able to talk to anybody about our problems, and it should be easier that way.
Yes, what you said is a good statement. We are going to try our best to get the teachers on board with this. After this, I'm going to talk to teachers, see how they think of it, and see if we can go to the administration about it and get this approved. Alright, so we talked about today communication within the school, stopping a little bit of the bullying, starting a Boys and Girls Club. We're going to talk to Tori about that still yet, see if we can get teachers on board and stuff. And we also did bring up the fact that we have had our experiences here at the school. Mm-hmm. That some of us enjoyed it, some of us have a few ups and downs here from Medora, but we all still love it sooner or later. We all will. Being a graduating year and being this, hopefully just can continue on in the near future, and I would greatly appreciate it if it did. I am appreciated that you guys have listened to this. We have topics, ideas, little recipes and stuff planned for the near future.
Mm-hmm.
And as we have all that planned, we would like to hear your guys' comments and understandings of what you guys think should be on this podcast. And so down below there will be a link to a Google form that will be about you guys giving your ideas of what you want to hear.
It's for anybody and everybody, right?
Yeah, it's for everybody and everyone to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So we really do hope you all enjoy this. We will see you around the hive.
Buzzing out! Fabulous!